we present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in...
The Man Who Came to Lunch.
Another cup of tea, Susan?
No, thanks, Mother. I'll be going soon.
Well, I'd like a bit more toast back if there's any going.
I'll make some more while I'm doing Jimmy's breakfast. Where is the sleeping beauty? Isn't he down yet?
I'll bet he isn't even up yet, never mind down.
Oh, he must have got up. I heard him moving about after I called him.
You mean you heard him lying in bed banging his slipper on the floor?
Well, if he doesn't hurry up, I'll be banging my slipper on his behind. He'll be late for school.
I'll give him a shout, Father. Jimmy! Jimmy, it's nearly 8:30. If you don't hurry up, you'll miss the school bus.
Well, so what? I'll go to school on my roller skates.
That'll do. Hurry up.
Right, just give me 10 seconds while I have a wash.
Oh, that boy, it gets worse. Well, go on, Susan, now. What's this about your new job at the office?
Well, I haven't got it yet, but I might be made Mr. Mortimer's private secretary.
What? Is that so? Well, I hope it comes off. You've worked hard for it.
Oh, thanks, Grandad. But the other piece of news is there might be a job going at our place for you.
For me? But I'm retired.
No, you see...
Jimmy, if you don't hurry up, you'll be having cold fried egg and some burnt bacon.
Right, is our Susan cooking it?
Cut out the wisecracks and hurry up.
As I was saying, Grandad, the job would suit you. You see, now that the staff are on a 5-day week, they need someone there on Saturday mornings to take phone messages, receive goods, things like that.
Oh, it's just Saturday mornings. Well, that would suit me fine. Will I have to go and see Mr. Mortimer?
Well, Mother had a good idea. Invite him to lunch here tomorrow so we can talk it all over.
Ah, that is a good idea.
Here's your toast, Father, and Jimmy's breakfast. Oh, look at the time. I'll call him again.
This is ridiculous. I'll call him Pat. Jimmy! It's nearly 9 o'clock.
Is it? Well, switch the wireless on and we'll have housewife's choice.
Jimmy, if you're not down here in 10 seconds, I'll eat your breakfast myself.
Morning, Mum. Don't bother to put me cornflakes out. Just pour the milk in the packet. I'll eat them on the bus.
Mother, do we have to suffrage jokes at breakfast time as well?
Who said that? Oh, Luke, it's a young girl with an old man's face. Who knitted you, woolly head?
Jimmy, I've told you before about using that expression.
Well, everybody says it.
Not in this house, they don't. Now, sit down and eat your breakfast.
Right, Grandad. Oh, Mum, you've done me some sausage as well. I like bangers. Well, I get to invite us to school dinner. Well, I like them.
Don't speak while you're eating.
I'm not speaking while I'm eating.
What?
I said I'm not speaking while I'm eating. I'm eating while I'm speaking.
Just behave yourself, will you?
Mother, I hope he isn't going to eat like that at lunch tomorrow. Look at him. If Mr. Mortimer were here now, he'd think he was in a pigsty.
He wouldn't if you'd stop your grunting. Anyway, who's Mr. Mortimer?
He's Susan's boss at the office.
Oh, of course. Isn't he the bloke who sits you on his lap on the cold days to keep his knees warm?
Now, look, Jimmy, I shan't tell you again. If Mr. Mortimer comes here for lunch tomorrow, you'll behave yourself.
Yes, we're not having you spoiling our chances of a better job. Susan's hoping to become Mr. Mortimer's private secretary.
Well, she's sure to get the job. She's dead right for him.
What do you mean?
He's a twit as well.
Mother, I'll hit him in a minute.
Well, it's true. Alfie told me about him. He talks daft, Grandad.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he keeps saying wise when he's talking.
Wise?
I don't mean the bloke with Morecambe. He uses big words and adds wise on the end. He talks about business-wise and money-wise. Everything's wise, except him. He's stupid.
Oh, Mr. Mortimer's the sales manager, isn't he, Susan?
Yes, and he certainly knows his job as well. The firm's always sending him abroad to visit the branch offices.
Oh, I see. Hey, if you become his secretary, will you have to go with him?
More than likely.
Oh, smashing. Is there a branch in China?
Now, look here, my lad. If Mr. Mortimer comes here, you'll behave yourself. He's talking of giving me a job as well.
Oh, you couldn't sit on his knee, you're too heavy.
It's It's a part-time job on Saturday morning, minding the place while it's empty.
Well, you'll soon get the sack, Grandad, when they find out what you get up to.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean you, clocking in at 9 in the office and clocking out at 12 in the Rose and Crown. Hey, Mum, I read a book at school about a king who nobody liked, and when he had anybody visiting him, he always had the food tasted to make sure it wasn't poisoned.
Well, so what?
Hadn't I better test the cream cakes before Mr. Mortimer comes?
No, thank you. And stop bothering me while I'm preparing the lunch.
Hey, Mum, do you think Mr. Mortimer could give me a job?
Oh, don't be so silly. What could you do in Susan's office?
I could stand in the corner with my tongue stuck out.
Whatever for?
Well, whenever anybody wants a stamp wetting to stick on an envelope, they come to Jim.
Look, I'll never get this done with you around. Go somewhere else and leave me alone.
I'll go and talk to me Grandad. Where is he?
He's out. He's gone to the off-licence to get a drink for Mr. Mortimer.
Hey, you want to watch him if he starts that game. You remember what happened when the new vicar called? It started off, have a wee drink, vicar, while I tell you about my days in the Merchant Navy. 2 hours later, empty the bottle, vicar, while I sing you a few she-shats.
Oh, Jimmy, will you please shut up and leave me alone?
Well, I've got it, Pat. 6 ginger ales and half a bottle of scotch.
Yeah, well, pour me some. After half an hour of our Jimmy, I need it.
Oh, there you are, my lad. And I want a word with you.
Is it a rude one?
Now, that'll do. I've just noticed the garden gate's hanging on one hinge. Have you been swinging on it again?
Well, you see, the postman wanted to bet me how heavy I was, and...
Hey, look, before you go any further, I don't want to hear a pack of lies.
Oh, well, I'll start again.
When you know you've done something wrong, you've got to own up and tell the truth about it. Now, have you been swinging on that gate?
Yes, Grandad.
You're sure you didn't bang into it when you were riding your bike? I've just been looking at it.
Oh, heck.
Oh, what's he done now, Father?
It's only yesterday I had the brakes fixed, and now I see it's got one mudguard, all buckled.
Oh, no, Jimmy, how did you come to do that?
When I was riding it, Mum, I was doing the wall of death on the gasometer.
Now, that'll do. I want the truth. What happened?
I, bumped into something this morning.
I want to know more than that. What did you bump into?
The telephone.
You bumped into the telephone?
It's ringing, Father.
I'll go and answer it.
You stay here. See who it is, Father.
All right, but I haven't finished with you yet, my lad.
Right, Jimmy. You take that bike to the shop to have it put right. And make sure to find out how much it'll cost.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure it won't cost very much, Mum.
Oh, well, I'm glad you think so, because you'll pay for it.
Hey, oh, but
Don't
Mum.
argue with me. You just go to the shop with that bike and keep yourself clean for when Mr. Mortimer comes. Just walk with that bike. Don't you ride it, understand? Don't ride it.
Is it all right if I go mad and ring the bell?
Get out. Go on.
Come in the lounge, Mr. Mortimer.
Oh, thank you, Miss Clitheroe. Most delighted to be here. I hope I'm not a little tardy in my arrival.
No, not at all. This is my mother.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Mortimer?
Delighted to make your acquaintance, madam. Now, were I in my facetious mood, I'd probably ask who is this other charming lady, but of course, it must be your grandfather in his kilt.
It's nice to see you, Mr. Mortimer.
Oh, and you, sir. Yes, I hope we shall be seeing quite a lot of each other, employment-wise, that is.
Oh, aye. Well, won't you sit down?
You're very, very kind, yes. Well, this is most convivial, I must say.
Aye, it is. Would you care for a wee drop of scotch?
I will, thank you indeed. Yes. I could do with a modicum of the old John Barleycorn.
Pardon?
He'll have a drink, Father.
Yes, I needed, you know. Had a most annoying experience earlier this morning. Most irritating, blood pressure-wise.
Was it after you left the office, Mr. Mortimer?
Yes. On my way to the bank, I had a difference of opinion with a boy on a bicycle.
A boy on a bicycle?
Did you say a boy on a bicycle?
Yeah, that's right, yes, a boy on a bicycle, yes. Ran right across me as I was driving my limousine. I braked, you know, managed to stop, but not before contact had been made.
You mean you and the bike collided?
Yes, damaged my bodywork. Most distressing. But what upset me most, you know, was the boy's attitude. Most uncivil.
Well, what did he do?
Well, when I remonstrated with him, he replied, "It's all your daft fault." Who knitted you, woolly head?
No.
Oh, yes. Yes. Downright delinquent he was, you know. Not that you can altogether blame the children these days. Lack of parental control, you know. Yes. Discipline-wise.
Well, perhaps the boy didn't really mean it.
Ah, well, that is no excuse, is it? Oh, no. I mean, he'd obviously been brought up very, very badly. Yes. I feel very strongly about this kind of thing.
So do I. When he shows up, I'll murder him.
Pardon?
Well, somebody ought to deal with him. I mean...
Yes, quite, yes. Well, now, I have the details of our terms of part-time employment in my overcoat pocket, Mr. Sinclair. I'll just step out and get them, shall I?
Yeah, I will, of course. Take your time now. There's no hurry.
Mother, that boy you mentioned, it must have been Archie.
Oh, the young ruffian. Wait till he gets home. I'll have his hide off for this.
Well, that's how he damaged his bike. Well, I'll damage him when he comes in.
What's going to happen when Mr. Mortimer sees him?
I'll see that it doesn't happen. I'm not losing the chance of a good job because of that young scamp.
Shh, he's coming back.
Ah, well, now I've got the details here, and perhaps we should discuss them after lunch, eh?
Aye, well, come and have your drink.
Ah, thank you, yes. Well, down the hatch.
Cheerio, sir. Mild, isn't it?
Mild? I thought it was whiskey. Oh, sorry. I just couldn't resist that, you know. Yes. Most mild. Season-wise?
Oh, aye. Season-wise, it's very mild. Pat?
Pardon? Oh, yes, very mild indeed.
Pat, hadn't you better get cracking lunch-wise?
It's not quite ready yet, Grandad.
What a nice home you have, Miss Clitheroe. So cozy and, lived in. Yes, that's the word, yes. As I sit here and look around this room, I say.
What is it, Mr. Mortimer?
I've just noticed that pair of roller skates under the sideboard.
Oh, yes, there is. I mean, father's.
Oh, aye. I don't get very often these days, of course. I just keep them handy for doing errands in a hurry.
Now, Mr. Sinclair, you are sure you're not pulling my leg, jocular-wise, yeah? Yes, I'm quite sure I know to whom those skates belong. The boy.
Boy?
Yes, your grandson. I'm sure Miss Clitheroe once told me that she had a brother.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, I thought so. Well, I'd like to meet the young man. Isn't he here?
Well, no, he's away at the moment.
Oh, pity, yes. I'd like to have seen him, yes. I'll bet he's nothing like that young scoundrel I met this morning. Hey, Mr. Sinclair?
Well, it takes all sorts, you know.
What a horrible boy. He thought he got away with it, you know, when he cycled off. But I shall know him again when I catch up with him. Yes, I remember his blazer and cap. Small boy he was. Couldn't have been more than about 12. How old is your boy?
14.
17.
Pardon?
Well, he's a sort of, around 11, but, looks like 14. He's big for his age. Ah, that's it, big.
Ah, I see, yes.
What was that?
Well, it sounded like a door at the rear of the house. You're not being visited by burglars, I hope.
Oh, no, that'll be
our insurance man. He's always lets himself in with a bang. Well, I'll just go and have a word with him about his bike. About my policy.
Yes, sir. I want to have a word with him as well. Excuse me, Mr. Mortimer.
Yes, not at all. Yes, I'm delighted to see you're also concerned about your future. Security-wise, that is. Yes.
Aye, very true. Give Mr. Mortimer another drink, Park, whiskey-wise.
Right, Father.
Grandad, he's not going to spoil things for me this time.
Don't worry, my dear. Your brother will cause no more trouble today.
There you are, you little horror.
Hey, what's up with you, scraggy neck?
That's enough from you, troublemaker.
Now look, Grandad, whatever she's told you, it's a lie. Besides, how do you know it was her sixpence?
What sixpence?
That I found on your bedroom. Isn't that, what are you on about?
Mr. Mortimer is here, and he's told us what you did.
Mr. Mortimer?
Oh, he's barefaced.
Well, maybe he's not strong enough to grow a beard.
Don't you try to be funny.
Quiet, Grandad. Jim is supposed to be the insurance man.
What? Grandad, she's been at your whiskey bottle.
All right. I'll be calm, Susan. Jimmy, now just clear off.
Look, I've come home for me dinner. Me mum said I'd to be back before old Mortimer got here.
How can you stand there being...
Quiet, Susan.
Yeah, don't shout at the insurance man.
Now, wait a minute. You've never met Mr. Mortimer, have you, Jimmy?
No.
Of course. You didn't realize that it was his car you bumped into this morning, that he was the man you cheeked, the one you shouted to, "Who knitted you, funny head?"
You mean who knitted you, woolly head?
There you are, Grandad.
Wait a minute, how could he tell you? Old Mortimer doesn't know me.
No, but he described you and what you said. I mean, you about your bike being damaged.
Oh, I see.
Well, he's not going to know you. Just clear off and don't come back till after he leaves at 2 o'clock.
But I want me dinner.
And we want our jobs. So you can get your dinner somewhere else. Go down the road to the cafe.
Well, wait, I've only got the sixpence. I got to file I'm broke.
Oh, here, I'll give you the money. Lunch in there is 3 shillings.
No, Grandad. It's not fair that you should pay for what I did. I'll go in and see Mr. Mortimer.
You will not, you hooligan.
Quiet. If you yell at the insurance man again, you'll be claiming for an accident. I'll clout your lug.
You're the one who'll be clouted. Now go on.
But, Grandad, you always say I should tell the truth. I'll go and face the music.
You won't.
Well, I want a proper dinner. 3 bob's no good. I'm a big eater. No, I'll go and confess to Mr. Mortimer who I am.
Look, here's 5 shillings. Now, will you go?
Could you make it 7 and 6?
7 and 6 for a lunch?
Well, I'm a big tipper as well.
That does it. You're going across my knee.
Hello, help, no!
Quiet. Mr. Mortimer will hear you.
Yes, Grandad, you know how I yell if I get smacked, and old Mortimer won't believe you were spanking the insurance man. Not even if you said he'd pinched off Susan's policy.
All right, clever boy. But Mr. Mortimer won't be here after 2 o'clock. So you can yell as much as you like then.
That's why I'd better talk to him now. Honesty is the best insurance policy. What would the vicar say if I said you didn't want me to tell the truth?
All right, you delinquent. There's another £0.50. Go and have your blinking banquet.
Oh, thank you, sister dear, I will.
Yes, enjoy your dinner, because you'll be having your supper standing up.
Now look, Grandad, I'm going out. I'm doing what you want so you can get your job.
Aye, for 7 and 6 you are. You just wait.
Grandad, I can't sit in a cafe and eat me dinner if I know I'm going to be spanked when I come home. You can have your money back, and I'll go and make a clean breast of everything to Mr. Mortimer. Here.
Grandad, you'll have to let him off, the little blackmailer.
That's nice when I'm giving up my mum's chops to help you.
All right, you win, Jimmy. But don't you put a foot wrong for the rest of this week. That's all.
Good old Grandad. Well, I'll better be going. I don't want to find everything off at the cafe.
Oh, get lost.
Now, sister dear. Don't talk to your friend the insurance man like that. I'll call back next week, so have the 7 and 6 ready again.
Oh, get up.
Well, Jim lad, who says crime doesn't pay? I wonder if I could get me mum to invite old Mortimer to lunch every Saturday.
Hello, Jim.
Oh, hello, Alfie. If you've come for Straganet, she's feeding her face.
Hey, now, look, don't you start calling Susan behind me back. I mean, my face. Her back.
I'm not calling her back. That's the best part of her.
Oh, look, go away. I'm going in the house.
You can't. They're having the dinner, and they have a guest, Mealy Mouth Mortimer.
What? You mean Susan's boss?
That's right, her boss, work-wise. He's in there eating, dinner-wise. Just hope he doesn't look at our Susan, face-wise. But it might make him ill, sick-wise.
You what? I don't get you.
That's 'cause you're here body-wise, but you're still at home brain-wise.
Look, I don't know what you're saying, but if you say it again, I'll thump you. Did you say Mr. Mortimer's having his dinner in there?
Yeah, and just 'cause he's there, I've been kicked out without my dinner.
Well, they must have a good reason.
Yeah, he's having my chops. So I've got to go down to the cafe. Hey, why don't you come with me? You can't see Susan until after 2, when Mr. Mortimer goes.
Well, I've had my dinner.
Well, come and watch me eat. I'll teach you the proper etiquette. You never know. You might be invited to Buckingham Palace to clean the drains.
You're very funny. I don't need to watch you eat. I've been to the monkey house.
Of course. How are all your relations?
Don't try to be clever.
Look, if you know how to eat properly, tell me this. Which fork do you use first?
The one on the outside.
Which knife do you eat your peas with?
The one on the inside. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I don't know why I bother with you.
'Cause I fascinate you. Now, come on, Alfie. You have a cup of tea while I have my dinner. Come on, be a sport. I don't like going into cafes on my own.
Oh, all right. I'll come, but I better regret it before we leave. Yeah, I know I will. Yeah, I thought you were going to the place on the corner, the Cosy Cafe.
I was, but I thought this would be a change, a Chinese cafe.
Well, do you like Chinese food?
I don't know, I've never had any. Mind, it must be all right. One lad in my class never has anything else.
Oh, yeah, who's he?
They call him Chung Ling.
Oh, shut up. Look, call one of the waiters over and order your food.
Just a minute, all the writing on this is foreign.
Well, of course it is. It's Chinese. It's a Chinese restaurant. If it was a French restaurant, the menu would be in French. A Greek restaurant in Greek.
An Italian restaurant?
In Italian.
Oh, and a Spanish restaurant in Spanish.
Of course.
And a vegetarian restaurant in vegetarian.
Exactly. Oh, belt. Look, you can see what everything is. I'll tell you. Now, what do you want to know?
Which one of these means egg and chips?
Oh, egg and chips isn't a Chinese dish.
Why don't they have ends in China?
Look, he's a waiter. Pick one of the Chinese meals and tell him.
Right. Ha. Garçon. One split chicken, salmon, egg, bouillon, liquid, and chips.
All right, cut out the comedy. What do you want, mate?
Hey, don't you talk funny for a Chinaman?
Ah, there's 2 of you, are there? You asking for a fic here?
No, he just wants a cup of tea.
Well, what do you want?
One split chicken, salmon, egg, bouillon, liquid, and chips.
Look, I don't speak Chinese.
Well, don't waste our time. Go and find somebody who does.
You what?
Take the notice, mister. He doesn't know how to order properly.
Well, my little boy, you just calls out the numbers. 17, 23, 42, 37, 50...
Bingo!
Look, one more crack from you.
He'll have 7 and 24.
Right, and if he starts any more nonsense, he can have a mouthful of knuckles.
Alfie, I think you've upset him.
Look, just keep quiet and eat your food when it comes.
Wait a minute. What did he ask for? 7 and 24? Fried chicken with noodles? I didn't know chickens had noodles. And what's this? Bamboo shoots and water chestnuts? Hey, what do you think I am, a duck? I want egg and chips.
They don't have egg and chips.
What about all these chickens they've got? Don't tell me all they lay is noodles.
Look, you wanted Chinese food, so you're getting it. And don't annoy the waiter again, or you'll be on the menu.
You ordered it.
And you'll eat it.
And you'll pay for it.
I will not.
Well, here comes the waiter. You tell him to take it back.
Here you are. 7 and 24 as you ordered, all right?
Well, my friend who ordered this has something to ask you. Haven't you, Alfie?
No, I mean, no, well, that's it. Oh, dear.
You haven't changed your mind, have you? You're not trying to make me look an idiot, are you?
No, I wouldn't do it. I would go away.
Now that you've brought all this, he wants you to take...
Just to bring me the bill.
All right, if you're in a hurry. But you want a cup of tea?
No, I want my head seeing too. Yeah, I mean, yes, I'll have a cup of tea, please.
Make your mind up. Cool, what a game. I should never have left the Duke of Bedford.
The Duke of Bedford?
Yes, the best pub in London.
Hey, it's smashing, this, Alfie.
But you are.
It's smashing. It's smashing. Have you got plenty of money, Alfie?
What for?
After I finish these 2 numbers, tell the waiter to perm any other 3 from 8. And you stand by to carry me home in a rickshaw.
Here's your coat, Mr. Mortimer.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Sinclair, most kind of you. And thank you, Mrs. Clitheroe, for a most enjoyable lunch.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Mr. Mortimer. Open the front door, Susan.
All right, Mother.
Rather different from our canteen meals, eh, Miss Clitheroe?
Oh, yes, Mr. Mortimer. Mother's a wonderful cook.
Indeed you are, Mrs. Clitheroe. A veritable Fanny Craddock. The lady on television, you know.
Yes, I know.
Yes. Well, I must be away. Cheerio, everyone.
Goodbye, Mr. Mortimer. Oh, and thank you.
Bye, Mr. Mortimer.
I hope you'll come and see us again.
At the first possible opportunity, I assure you, my... Oh, beg your pardon.
Sorry, sir. Did I bump you?
Oh, no, it's Jimmy.
The little cheat.
Well, now, and who are you?
Father, say it's the paper boy.
Jimmy Clitheroe, Susan's brother, sir.
Too late. Back to my pension.
Well, you seem a very nice young lad.
Oh, thank you, sir. You don't seem so bad yourself.
Very amusing. Polite, too. Polite, yes. Not like some of the young hooligans one meets nowadays. Yes, well, it's a pity you weren't here for lunch.
Oh, I had to eat out. Cafe-wise.
Yes, well, it's very nice to have met you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I don't get it. Oh, goodbye.
Well, did you all enjoy yourself with old Mortimer, dinner-wise?
I don't understand. Susan, does Mr. Mortimer usually wear glasses?
No.
Then how come he didn't recognize Jimmy?
That's easy. He's never seen me before in his life.
But your bike.
Oh, yes, I never did finish telling you how I damaged it. It wasn't me who crashed into Mortimer's car. I was pushing my bike into the shed when the door banged. By the way, ma'am, it cost £2 bob to be mended, so that's 5 and a tanner profit.
You little monkey. You got that money by a trick. Hand it back.
What? I got that for the lies you told about me. What the judge would call damages for inflammation of character.
Those involved with the Clitheroe Kid this week were Peter Sinclair's grandfather, Patricia Burker's mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, with Derek Guyler and Jack Watson. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
Some of you might be thinking I was a bit mean to get 7 and 6 and let Alfie pay for my dinner. Well, you'll be pleased to know I'm going to pay for Alfie's dinner today. Mind, I wish you'd hurry up. It's a bit cold standing at this street corner, waiting for the hot dog tricycle. Ta-ra!
We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in
100 not out.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Clitheroe Kid is 100 programs old today. And in this special edition, we invite you to recall with us some of Jimmy's exploits in company with his mother and his grandfather, who are snatching a few brief moments of peace and quiet in the home whilst Jimmy is away at school.
You know, Pat, my dear, when you look back, young Jim's certainly been quite a handful.
Oh, you can say that again, Father. I was only thinking this morning when I was trying to get him out of bed. Do you remember that Christmas day a couple of years ago?
You didn't have to wake him up that day. He woke us up.
That's what I mean. He can get up easy enough when it suits him.
Merry Christmas, Ma'am. Merry Christmas. Rise and shine, Grandad. Merry Christmas. Wakey, wakey, Susan. Merry Christmas. Even to you. Come on, you lazy lumps. It's Christmas Day. Come on, get dressed. But don't put your stockings on till you found out what's in them. You might get a shock.
Jimmy, what's all this shouting about?
Merry Christmas, Ma'am. Give us a kiss.
Merry Christmas. Look, what time is it?
What's the idea, then, banging the door down at 5:30 in the morning?
Ma'am, it's 5:30.
What's all the noise about? What time is it?
It's 5:30, Susan. Breakfast's at 9. You've just got time to put your face on.
I thought that on Christmas Day I might have had a bit of peace.
Really, Jimmy, this is too bad.
Well, I want us to open all our presents together.
Yeah, but not at 5:30.
Oh, all right. Go back to bed again. I'll give you a call at 6.
You'll do nothing of the kind. We didn't get to bed until after midnight.
I know that. I heard Mr. Higginbottom and Mr. Whittle bringing you home.
What do you mean, bringing me home?
I mean the three of you coming down the street, arm in arm, singing jingle bells and doing the pally glide. No wonder that policeman stopped you.
Policeman?
Yeah, just outside our door, he said, "Now then, quieten down a bit." So Mr. Whittle put his arms round the copper and sang, "Silent Night."
Talking about Christmas, do you remember him going on at Susan over some tickets for a pantomime?
Oh, yes. When she went to book the seats and couldn't get any.
I remember him chatting to me about it when I was shaving in the bathroom. Jimmy, will you stop staring at my face when I'm shaving?
Well, it's all that soap you've got on. You look like you've been eating candy floss and couldn't find your mouth.
Look, Jimmy, will you stop trying to make me laugh while I've got a razor against my throat?
Grandad, why do you shave?
Because I don't want people to see my face covered in hairs.
Well, when we went swimming, you didn't shave the hairs off your chest.
Oh, don't be silly.
Have you ever tried growing a beard?
Well, I had one when I was in the Merchant Navy, a fine, big, thick black beard.
You mean you were a pirate?
Well, in those days, everybody in the Navy grew a beard. Ah, the ladies loved a beard.
You mean they grew 'em as well?
Oh. Look, Jimmy, I'm trying to tell you... Oh, I've cut myself now.
Oh, you're always cutting yourself. Why don't you get an electric razor?
Because my beard's too strong for an electric razor.
Well, Alfie Hall uses one.
That youth. He's only to stand in a strong wind and he's shaved for the week. Hey, Jimmy, remember when he tried to grow a moustache?
Yeah. I've seen more hairs on a goose dog.
Look, what are you doing up here in the bathroom anyway? We usually got to drag you in here.
I wanted to make sure you don't wear a kilt tomorrow night when we go to the pantomime.
Well, it's not fixed yet that we're going.
Oh, of course it is. My mum says Susan's collecting the tickets tonight on her way home from work.
Well, in any case, why shouldn't I wear my kilt?
Because sitting in the front row, I'll be the worst big-mouthed, nosy Parker in the district.
Who's that?
My pal, Ozzy.
Oh, what's he got to do with me wearing my kilt?
Well, I don't want him telling all the lads he saw me at Cinderella, sitting with one of the ugly sisters.
No, that'll be enough of that. Look now, go on, downstairs and make yourself useful. Go on, away you go now. Help your mother.
That you, Susan?
Yes, Mother. Oh, what a queue there was at the theatre.
Oh, were you able to get 4 seats together then?
I couldn't get 4 seats at all. The pantomime sold out for 3 weeks.
Nothing at all for 3 weeks?
Nope, not even a box.
Oh, what'll Jimmy say? Oh, he'll be back to school before then. You won't be able to see the pantomime at all.
Oh, we mustn't upset Jimmy. He's ruined in this house. He can do no wrong.
Now, he's not a bad lad. You know, you're rather hard on Jimmy sometimes. He's very fond of you, really.
Hello, Mum. Hello, Scraggy Neck. You're back then?
Oh, he is very fond of me.
Jimmy, don't you be cheeky. Now listen, Susan called at the theatre to get the tickets.
I hope they're not at the back, because I've heard Buttons throws lollipops out and he can't reach that far.
Jimmy, will you please listen
I want
to
to be
me?
in the second row, because Ozzy's sitting in the front and I want to be behind him. Then while the ballet's on, I can clout him with me cap.
You're not in the second row or the back.
Oh, heck, she's got us in the circle. Well, listen, Olive Oil. You can just take them back and change them.
I didn't get any seats in the circle.
Oh, that's different.
I didn't get any seats at all.
Because if you got You what?
Jimmy, they're all sold out for 3 weeks. I'm afraid you won't be able to go at all.
You mean I'll have to go back to school without seeing the pantomime?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Well, Tossie's going.
I know, son, but, well, they must have booked very early.
Charlie Thompson's going.
Yes, Jim, I know.
They'll be there tomorrow night watching Cinderella.
Yes, Jim.
And the pumpkin chains us into the coach and
Yes.
she goes to the ball and loses her slipper.
Yeah.
And then the prince finds it, puts it on again. They all live happy ever after.
Now, Jimmy.
Oh, you got to hand it to him, Pat. Even when he's upset, he still insists on cracking his wee jokes.
Yes, he's got an odd sense of humour. I think he takes after you, Father.
Then, Pat, don't go putting me in the same class as that young mastermind. He's too crafty for the lot of us. He's got an answer for everything.
Well, not always. What about the time he went in for that quiz at school?
Oh, aye. You mean when they were going to pick a team to take part in the top of the form on the radio?
Yes. He didn't know all the answers then, did he? I remember Alfie telling us. There was one question about sport, and to find out the answer, they rang up the local newspaper offices.
I had a fat lot of good at did them.
7 what, Jimmy?
7, 3, 4, 2.
You're right. 3, 4, 2.
Hey, this was a brainwave, Alfie, phone in the Weekly Mail.
Well, you see, newspapers always have sporting records.
Don't you think I'd better speak to them?
Hey, now, look, I can do it. I thought of the idea. They have a special column in the Weekly Mail for sporting questions. It's by Eddie Sharp. He calls it Sharp Answers. That clever?
Oh, marvellous.
Yeah. Hello?
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 Hello? Is that the Weekly Mail?
Hello?
I think his needle's stuck.
Try button A.
Yeah. Hello? Is that button A? Oh, you mean press it?
No, swallow it, you...
Yeah. Hello?
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 Don't start that again.
Who's speaking?
Oh, this is the Weekly Mail.
Sounds more like the poorly old man. Get on with it, Alfie.
Hello, mister. I want to know if you can give me the answers to some questions about sport.
What was that?
Yeah, I want to get some answers to questions about sport. Sport!
Oh, well, I'm not a drinking man, but I'll do my best.
Oh, sport, not port.
Oh, give me the phone. Hello? We want to know how many caps Tom Finney won. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Good.
What's the question?
How many caps Tom Finney won? Tom Finney.
Tom Finney?
Yes.
Oh, doesn't work here. Oh, no. This is a newspaper office, you see.
Sounds like a nut house.
This is the Weekly Mail.
This is where we came in. Any minute now, we'll be back to hello.
Hello?
Oh, don't some mothers have 'em.
Oh, yes, he can be rude sometimes.
Oh, I suppose you're right, Pat. But let's not be too hard on young Jim, eh? He's got his good side, you know.
Really? Well, when's he going to show it?
Now then, Pat, he's not all that bad. He's very fond of his mother for a start.
I know, I was only joking.
I remember when he lost that pound note after saving up to buy you a birthday present.
Oh, yes. But he wasn't going to disappoint his mum. Didn't he go to some trouble to try and raise that money, though?
Trouble's the right word. He even went round and saw us his dad, old Higginbotham.
"3 days flogging myself to death for a measly 4 bob. Still, this might do it. Should have thought of the Higginbothams before. Hello, Mr. Higginbottom."
Oh, it's you, troublemaker.
You always have your little joker.
I've been wanting to see you, Clitheroe. What happened to our Aussie on Tuesday?
Oh, he had a bit of bad luck.
I know, he met you. His collar was ripped, his nose was bleeding.
We were only playing tig.
What with, hammers?
Well, in our gang, if you give 'em a gentle shove, they don't count it as tig. I just shoved Ozzy in on the back a bit too hard, that's all.
A shove on the back can't do all that damage.
Well, when I shoved him, it was up a tree.
You little hooligan. Anyway, clear off, I'm busy. I'm just coming out to clean our windows.
But Mr. Higginbottom, I've called round to invite Ozzy to a birthday party.
Oh, yes?
Yes, and you and Mrs. Higginbottom to my mum's birthday party on Saturday.
Oh, that's very nice of your mother, I must say.
You'll come then?
Yes, thank you very much.
Would you like to give me the entrance fee now? It's 5 bob each.
Entrance fee?
Yeah, 15 bob. If you'd like to make it 16, you can bring your greyhound.
He didn't get much change out of Mr. Higginbottom, did he?
He didn't need it. Do you remember how it all ended?
I certainly do. When he'd no hope of buying my present, he was given £1 by his kindly old granddad.
You mean his big mug of a granddad? I gave him the £1 and then found out he sold his dominoes and boxing gloves to the neighbours and his punch bowl to Alfie Hall. He was over 25 bob in profit.
Yes. Oh, but I did get my present from him, that lovely perfume. Mind you, I was surprised at him selling his toys. Would have been more like our Jim to try and sell the piano.
Oh, you're right there, Pat. He hates the piano, doesn't he?
Yes, I might as well face up to it. Jimmy's never going to be a second Paderewski. Do you remember his music teacher telling us about all that trouble he had once?
Oh, I'd do that. That poor teacher. What was he called him now? Oh, Dizzy Fingers Dobson. That's it. Oh, what a thankless job that fella had.
Now then, James, you'll have to try harder than this, you know. Much harder. Oh, my word, yes. Yeah, what are you doing? Now, come along, once again now, and I will count the beats.
Oh, all right, Mr. Dobson.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, stop.
What's up? Did I play a wrong note?
You ain't never heard anything so dreadful.
Oh, don't tell me. Tell the fella who wrote it.
Oh, stupid boy, I mean the way that you're playing it is terrible. If you don't behave yourself, I shall have to get out my ruler. My little black one. Oh, yes.
Not the little black ruler.
Yes. Now, once again, and remember, there are 2 pedals on the piano. Now, off you go. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Stop!
You're splashing me now. What's the matter?
The pedals! Well, why aren't you using them?
I'm freewheeling.
James, you're going to play this piece properly, or I will know the reason why.
I'll tell you the reason why. The rotten piano's too big for me. All them notes and I've only got 10 fingers. I'm outnumbered before I start.
Oh, silly boy, silly. You don't play all the notes at once, silly. You only play the ones written on that music.
I can't. I don't understand the music. It's them 5 lines and them black dots that beat me.
Oh.
I had none of this when I was learning the mouth organ. It was just blow, suck, blow.
Blow, suck, blow. There's nothing difficult about the 5 lines. They represent the notes E, G, B, D, F. Do you remember that? Well, don't look like that. You remember it. E, G, B, D, F. Every good boy deserves favor.
Oh, that's where I've been going wrong. I've been saying every girl born deserves flogging.
Ah, there's the telephone.
Get away.
Well, you keep practicing the pianoforte while I go and answer it. And remember, I shall be listening.
Oh, heck. Dizzy fingers, Dobson and his skater's waltz. I wish he'd fall through the ice.
James Clitheroe!
Sort that lot out.
James, what have you stopped playing for?
For good if it's left to me.
That was your mother on the telephone asking how you were doing and telling me to stand for no nonsense. So, as you see, I have brought my little black ruler with me. Yes, well, I don't want to use it, so please, James, will you really try for my sake, for your mother's sake, and for your grandfather's sake?
Oh, for Pete's sake, let's get on with it.
Now, naughty boy. Now, we will try something you know. The anvil chorus. There's your note, off you go with the anvil chorus, and I will beat time with my little black ruler. On your knuckles, if necessary. Oh, my word, yes.
Right, stand by for one chorus on the anvil. Because I can't play a daft old tune, you big bully.
How dare you contain yourself?
Oh, wait till I tell me Grandad about this. He'll stick his bagpipes in your ear and blow your brains out.
Oh, the impudence. Oh, it's a good thing your time is up, but before you come for your next lesson, you'll practice as you've never practiced before. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. My word, yes. Oh, you will. Will, yes.
All right, but I'm warning you. I'll be wishing you all the horrible things I can think of. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, dear, yes. I hope you get woodworm in your little black ruler.
Honestly, talk about music soothing the savage breast. It worked the other way around that time. Do you ever see Mr. Dobson these days, Father?
Oh, aye. He played for us a concert the other week down at the Pensioners' Club. Oh, I was telling about that concert last year. You know, when they wanted me to be the compere.
Oh, yes. They phoned up for you, and our Jim told them that you wouldn't be doing it.
Aye, if you remember, I got the offer of a waiting-on job at the Rose and Crown on the same night. But I did decide to do the comparing after all.
Yes, but our Jimmy didn't know that. Didn't he put them in touch with Mr. Holroyd, that comedian who used to live next door?
That's right. Holroyd and I decided to join forces and do the comparing together as a double act. Oh, you remember what Jimmy did, don't you?
I certainly do. He tried to send Mr. Holroyd to a deserted scout's hut to get him out of the way.
Aye. Holroyd got a phone call from Jimmy, pretending to be an old woman.
And you got one from Alfie Hall, pretending to be an old man.
Oh, what a caper. You know, if I remember rightly, I was rehearsing with Holroyd round at his house when Jimmy rang up. Sure, by Tunnel and Lochranach and Lochabber I will go, by Heather, tracks me husband
I see, why did the bald-headed man paint rabbits on his head?
I don't know. Why did the bald-headed man paint rabbits on his head?
Because from a distance they look like hares. Now, that's where the wife and I, you see, we used to go into the song and dance there, you see.
Ah, well, after a joke like that, it would be safer to keep moving.
Oh, excuse me a minute, Billy Peter. Mark my words, you know, the old age pensioners, they'll go for that stuff. They'll go for it.
Ah, they're more likely to go for us.
Hello. Bert Allroyd, are you?
Hello, Mr. Allroyd. This is Mrs. Thorpe speaking.
Who?
Mrs. Thorpe from the Derby and Joan Club.
I've dropped a penny on the floor.
Oh, shut up. I mean, speak up, Mr. Allroyd.
Oh, yes. Well, just a minute, Mrs. Thorpe. Yeah. Hey, Peter, here, come here. Come and listen to this a minute.
Why? Who is it? Someone for me?
No. Keep your hand over the mouth bit. It's an old lady from the Derby and John Club, she says, but I think this old lady wears short trousers.
What?
No, look, it's Jimmy having a game. I heard Alfie as well.
Well, play it along then. Let's hear what he's up to.
Yeah, all right. Hello. Sorry, Mrs. Thorpe. There was somebody at the door. What did you want?
Well, you're coming to our meeting at 7:30, aren't you?
That's right, yes, at Mrs. Billington's.
Well, it's been changed now. Changed! Yes, changed.
Oh, has it? Yeah.
Yes, we're having it in the Scout Hut in Denby Street.
The Scout's Hut, yes. Well, thank you for telling me, Mrs. Yes, that's what I thought you said, yeah. Well, all right, then I'll go there, then.
Goodbye. I'll see you there, then.
Goodbye. In the pig's eye, you will. Well, what do you make of that, then, Peter, eh?
Well, I think I'm onto him, and I'd better get back home. If I'm right, I should be getting a call from an old age pensioner myself in about 1 minute.
Right, go on, Alfie. You've put your money in, now dial the number.
Well, wait a minute. Let me try my thoughts out first.
Oh, well, hurry up then. Go on, like an old man.
Now, hello? Is that you, Mr. Sinclair? How's that?
Sounds more like an old goat. Listen, any old man will do. That bloke in Treasure Island, you know, Ben Gunn. Ah-ha! Ben Gunn's me name! Ah-ha-ha-ha! Oh, Ben! Ha-ha-ha! It was crackers. That should be easy for you.
Oh, shut up. Well, here we go, then.
Oh, that bloke on the telly, Steptoe, that's it, be Steptoe.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Sinclair here?
Yeah, hello? Is that Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, who's that speaking?
I'm Mr. Steptoe.
Oh, don't some mothers have 'em mumble the name like I did.
You are? I mean, you are?
What name did you say?
Mr. Sinclair.
Oh, yes. What's your first name?
Alfred. Alfred.
Oh, Alfred Thorne. What did you want, Mr. Thorne?
The Derby and Joan Club would like you to come to a meeting at 7:30.
What for?
I don't know.
About organising the concert, you dope.
About organising the concert, you dope. We hope. I mean...
Aye, right you are, then. Bye-bye, Mr. Thorne.
It's after. Yeah, well, Jim, how was that?
Marvellous. You could be on the telly with Steptoe.
Hey, do you think so?
Yeah, that horse of theirs can't last forever.
Oh, poor Alfie. It shouldn't happen to a dog. Hey, Pat, talking about the Pensioners Club, do you mind the time they wanted to make me the new chairman?
Oh, you mean when they didn't want the old chairman back again?
Ah, that's right. That bad-tempered old Colonel Sanderson. Remember the night I got elected?
Will I ever forget it? They had the election meeting right here in our house, and nobody expected the Colonel to turn up.
He wouldn't have done if it hadn't been for young Jim.
Yeah, but when he arrived at the front door, Jimmy tried to make him believe he was at the wrong house.
We'll have to open the door, but we'll have to tell him he's at the wrong house. Send him away.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right, go and tell him.
Okay, I'll get... Oh, no. I'm not going to get my hair bitten off.
Why not? You'd never miss it. Look, he spoke to me on the phone, so I can't go and tell him he's at the... Wait a minute. Listen, we'll both tell him. I'll change my voice, and you'll be me dad.
You are?
You're Patrick Murphy, and I'm your son. Patrick Murphy Jr., known as Little Spud. Oh, just bide your time, will you? We're running as fast as we can walk. Play it up, Alfie.
Oh, dear.
Oh, the top of the morning to yous. Dar, say hello. Dar.
Down me now. The top of the morning to you.
Morning. It's evening.
Oh, well, we go by the Irish time, don't we, Dar?
Okay. I mean, sugar. Yes.
We always have the clock set for Ireland because it's morning there when it's night here. And that's why my dad goes out every morning on the night shift. Me tables, bigora.
Never mind all this rubbish. I just want to see Mr. Sinclair, please.
And who would he be after being at all?
Oh, Peter Sinclair, of course. He lives here, doesn't he?
Would he be the Irish Navy? Dar, is he one of the lodgers?
Yeah. I don't know. Bigora.
Me Dar's not knowing all of them. We've got 12 navvies lodging here in the big bedroom.
Now, look, if this is some kind of a joke... You, sir, you, do you know Mr. Sinclair?
Yeah, it's Jimmy's grandson. Me lad! Oh, me bejeebers.
I'm sorry, but you've got the wrong house at all.
Now, look, the number is 42, isn't it? I mean, that's the one that I was told.
That's the trouble. It's 24, but the wind's blowed it round again.
Those involved in the 100th edition of the Clitheroe Kid were Peter Sinclair's grandfather, Patricia Burker's mother, Danny Ross as Alfie Hall, Diana Day as Susan, with Derek Guyler as Mr. Holroyd, Mr. Dobson and a night watchman, and Tony Melody as Mr. Higginbottom. The pianist was Harry Haywood. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
Isn't it marvellous, eh? 100 programmes all about me. I've really enjoyed telling you all these stories, and you might be interested to know that up to date, I've had 34 spankings, washed my neck 6 times, and eaten 500 weight of whipped cream walnuts. See you next week. Ta-da!
We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in...
What's in a name?
Oh, there you are, Father. Where have you been?
Cleaning out my garden shed. All them bottles and tin cans our Jimmy had for his ginger beer plant factory.
You're as daft as him. I knew it wouldn't last 5 minutes. He no sooner starts something than he loses interest.
Ah, well, boys are like that.
Oh, yes. I expect you to defend him. Look at this French business. 3 months ago, he had this craze about a pen pal because he wanted foreign stamps. And now it's this health and strength club, wrestling and weightlifting.
Oh, well, he takes after me there. Now, when I was in the Merchant Navy, I was mad keen on weightlifting.
Well, if the urge comes on again, you might try lifting a shovel full of coal for the fire.
Oh, well, I'll see to it in a minute, Pat. Has Jimmy joined the club then?
Oh, no, they won't have him. He's too young. Oh, but that hasn't stopped him practicing all day.
Mother, you'll have to do something about Jimmy.
Oh, what's he done now?
He's pinched my elastic again.
He's what?
I bought a yard of elastic to sew on my old skirt, and Jimmy cut it up to make a chest expander.
Oh, he's a boy, that.
It's not funny.
Ah, Susan, where's your sense of humour?
You won't laugh when you go upstairs, Grandad.
Why not?
He took my elastic because he'd already snapped your braces.
What? The little devil.
Oh, Father, where's your sense of humour?
Hello, everybody.
Jimmy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Jimmy, come here at once.
Hello, Mum. Hello, Grandad. Hello, stool pigeon.
Yes, I've told Mother. And if I were your mother, I'd throw you in the river.
If you were my mother, I'd jump in.
That'll do. Now, Luke, what's all this about chest expanders?
Well, what's a bit of elastic? I didn't think she'd miss it.
But you used my braces first.
No, I didn't.
You fibber.
You didn't?
No, I used them second.
Don't quibble, Jimmy. What did you use first?
Mum, I know what I'm going to buy you for your birthday.
What do you mean?
Well, I only pulled with half my strength and your corset split right down the middle.
You did what?
Perhaps you'll deal with him now. If you don't, the next time he touches anything of mine, you won't have a son at all.
I think something's upset her. I wonder if it's Alfie.
That'll do.
Sorry, Mum.
Luke, it's lucky for you that those courses were old ones that I was going to throw out.
Oh, that's all right then. You see, I've got to practice if I want to get in the club.
Well, why have you suddenly gone so keen on wrestling and weightlifting?
I haven't.
Well, what do you want to join the club for then?
Because in August they go for a week's holiday at the seaside, free.
Oh, yes, very funny. I've just been saying to your grandfather, you never stick at anything for 5 minutes. There's that letter from your French pen pal. It's been on the mantelpiece for a week and you haven't replied to it yet.
I haven't read it. I can't understand half he writes.
But he writes in English, doesn't he?
I know, but he uses big words.
Oh, let me see. Dear Jimmy, I thank you for your interesting letter. You certainly seem to have an extraordinary family. Especially your grandfather.
I'll read it. Hey, Mum, he's coming to England and he wants to visit us. He says, can we fix him in a hotel?
Look, if your friend's coming over, we don't want to fix him in a hotel. He can stay with us.
Oh, do you mean that, Mum?
Of course. You write back and tell him he's very welcome to stay here.
Oh, thanks, Mum, you're a sport.
Right, now you get on with that letter while I get the lunch ready. Maybe it'll take your mind off this club business.
Hey, Grandad, that's the answer. My pen pal can get me into the club.
But I thought you're not old enough.
Well, Ozzy's not old enough, but his dad knew a weightlifting champion, and Ozzy got him to go down to the club.
And they let Ossie in.
Yes, they made him a horrible member.
Jimmy, you mean honorary member?
Yes, a horrible honorary member. Well, my pen pal's a wrestler. You saw that photograph he sent?
Oh, why? In those old-fashioned tights, holding a cup.
Yeah, funny the way they dress in France. Hey, the club secretary would look funny dressed like that, with his knobbly knees. It's tone-deaf Trimble, you know.
What? That ninny who's the organist and choirmaster?
Yeah. Mind you, you shouldn't call him a ninny. He's more like a twit.
All right, then, all right. Come on, get your letter written to your French pal. Now, there's the paper and the pen.
Right.
What's his name?
Joe Dumas.
That's an English name, Joseph.
Oh, yes, well, he said he had an English grandfather. Now, how do I start again?
Well, how about Dear Joe?
I'll write to him in French. Oh, I remember. Mon cher Joe, je thank vous for votre lettre. Ma mère says don't stop us at un hotel, but stop us at our maison de houses. Hello, Ozzy. Are you there? Hello? What's the matter? Did the phone go dead? You what? You went for another cake? That's 3 you've had while I've been on the phone. Anyway, don't forget what I've told you. Me French pal will wrestle anybody at the club, so tell them all to be there tomorrow afternoon. You what? I've told old Trimble. Get away. He daren't object. If he does, my pal Joe'll tie a knot in his organ pipes.
Jimmy, will you finish that phone call? It's 2:00. You've got to meet the train at past.
Right, Mum. Well, ta-ra, Aussie Seven Stomachs. You can go and have your dinner now. If your mother's got your nose bag ready. Ta-ra! Or as my pen pal would say, au revoir, ye mon fat ami.
See who that is, Jimmy.
Oui, oui, madame.
Hello, Jimmy, it's me.
Ah, it is Monsieur Alfie. Ma'am, it's an onion seller from Oldham.
Give over. Can I come in?
Oui, oui, monsieur.
Oh, of course, you've gone all French now, your pal's coming. Well then, bonjour.
Please go in the living chamber.
Gracias.
Hello, Alfie. I'm afraid Susan's gone to the hairdresser's.
What for?
To change your library book, you daft.
I mean, she always goes on Fridays.
Well, with this French boy arriving, she wants him to see her looking her best.
Do you mean she's going to wear a mask?
All right, that's enough.
Right. Where's my cardigan?
I've put it away. You're not sitting around in that old thing with our guest here.
Now, look here. Just because some young French lad's coming here, don't expect me to put the flags out.
Never mind putting the flags out, just see that your shirt's tucked in.
Hey, that's a good one.
Don't you be so cheeky.
Yeah, watch it, Alfie.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sinclair.
I'm talking to you, Jimmy, not you, Alfie.
Yes, Alfie, speak when you're spoken to.
I'm sorry. You shut up.
Look, Jimmy, just clear off to that station. You'll be late for the train.
Get away, we'll be there in 5 minutes, won't we, Alfie?
Yeah, we'll be there. Oh, well.
You, me, and your motorbike. You only have to take me there, because Joe and me will be coming back in a taxi.
Jimmy, you are cheeky. But if you wouldn't mind running him to the station, Alfie, it would be a help.
Oh, I don't mind, Mrs. Clitheroe, as long as you tell Susan I'm not here. Yeah, but why, I mean, I was here when she wasn't, but I might not be when she is. Back.
Yes. I'll tell her what you said, Alfie.
What did he say, ma'am?
Well, he said that when Susan... Oh, shut up. Get the money off your granddad and go.
What money?
For the taxi coming back.
Oh, I've got to pay for a taxi, have I? You wouldn't like me to pay for a 5-course lunch at the Grand Hotel as well, would you?
No, we've had lunch. We'll go there for supper.
Now, look, Father, we've got to make Jimmy's friend feel he's welcome. He is our guest.
But why pick on me all the time? It's a wonder you don't want me to sleep in Jimmy's room and let Joe have mine.
Well, that might be arranged as well.
Aye, and pigs might fly. That's when I'll give up my room. When pigs grow wings.
Don't worry, I don't want to sleep with you. I remember the last time at Christmas. I was just nicely off to sleep, dreaming about Father Christmas coming down the chimney when there was a big crash and there you were, sitting in the fireplace singing God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
Excuse me, mister, but could we engage your taxi?
No, you couldn't.
Why not?
Because I'm a railway passer.
You'll have to excuse my friend, Mr. Porter. He's been thinking all morning and it's made him dizzy.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, where's the taxi driver?
Well, he's probably in the station buffet having a pint, like, you know. I mean, I'm just going in. I'll tell him he wanted, shall I? All right, sir.
Right-o. Now, Alfie, have you got Joe's photo so we'll recognise him?
Yes, here it is.
Now then, want a taxi?
Oh, hey, look who the driver is. It's Ben Higginbottom.
Now look, if I've been dragged away from my ale for one of Clitheroe's practical jokes, there'll be trouble.
It's not a joke. We're expecting my pen pal on the 2:30 train, Joe Dumas from France. I want you to run him to our maison in Rue de la Lilac Avenue.
Is that so?
Oui.
Excuse me, is this your cab?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, take me to Springfield Village, will you?
Springfield Village? That's 15 miles away from here.
Oh, yes, I know what you're going to say. It's outside the 6-mile limit and you'll charge extra, but I don't care what it costs. Just take me there, will you, please?
Oh, yeah, well, jump in, mister. Let me take your suitcase.
Thanks.
Hey, just a minute. We've got this taxi.
How would you like this suitcase round your ear hole?
Just a moment. You say you've engaged this cab, Sonny? But I mean, first come is first served, I always say. Yes. Well, I'll go and hail one in the street. All right.
Clitheroe, that's 35 bob you've just done me out of.
Well, never mind. Here, have a jelly baby.
Now, look here.
Jimmy, the train's here. Look, it's just pulling in.
Right, hang on, Mr. Higginbottom. Wait here while we find me pal. Come on, Alfie, let's go to the barrier.
Right, Clitheroe, you've dragged me away from me pint, lost me a good fare, and he wasn't even on the train.
Well, I can't help it.
20 minutes I've waited here, so I want 4 bob. Hand it over.
4 bob?
Yes, for waiting here.
But we waited as well. Who's going to pay us?
Don't be funny. I want 4 bob for me waiting time.
Oh, all right. Alfie, pay the man his 4 bob.
Yeah, I'm not paying any for it, Bob.
Well, you're wasting your time with him, Mr. Higginbottom. You can't get blood out of a stone.
No, but I can get it out of him. Come
Get
on.
off me! Hey, let go of me head!
Never mind. You engage me, so you're going to pay me. Yes.
Don't pay him, Alfie. You don't need a taxi now. You'll be going home in an ambulance.
But, Jimmy, are you sure you met the right train?
Of course, I tell you, Joe wasn't on it. You can ask Alfie when he gets back.
Well, where is Alfie?
At the station, waiting for the next train with Higginbottom.
Well, what's Higginbottom doing there?
Holding Alfie's throat when I left him.
What?
We were talking about wrestling. Anyway, I'm going to be in trouble if Joe doesn't come. Old Trimble and the lads at the club are expecting to meet the wrestling champion tomorrow afternoon. They'll think I was telling lies.
Well, that'll be nothing new. Anyway, see who's at the door. It'll probably be Alfie, coming to ask why he's waiting at the station.
You what?
Oh, go and answer the door.
Right, Grandad. All right, I'm coming. Oh, come in, you... Oh, sorry.
Jimmy Clitheroe?
Yes?
I am Joe Dumas.
Oh, good. We were... But you can't be. You're a girl.
Oui, that is why I wear a dress.
But you should be a man, a wrestler. Oh, Clitheroe, you've had your French fried potatoes.
You thought I was a boy?
Yes, your name, Joe, that's a boy's name.
Oh, not in France. It is a short name for Josephine. Well, may I come in?
Yeah, you might as well stay for the funeral.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Hey, wait a minute. You had a big moustache on the photograph you sent me.
My photograph? Oh, that was my father when he was a young man.
Well, why send me that?
Well, because you asked me for it in your letter, the first time you wrote to me in French.
I remember. That's the letter Ozzy Higginbottom helped me with. I'll give him French. He'll get me grand boot in his derriere.
Who is it, Jimmy?
It's Joe Dumas.
Well, bring him in. We don't stand on ceremony here.
This is me granddad.
How do you do?
How do you do? You're a girl.
I have not fooled anyone so far.
Yes, well, come in, please. Sit down. Oh, have my chair. Pat, Miss Joe Dumas is here. Please excuse my appearance. I was just on my way upstairs to change out of my gardening clothes.
You what?
Gardening clothes.
Get away, that's your drinking suit. Oh, my ankle.
Sorry, Jim. Well, I'll just away upstairs and pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle.
So that is your grandfather. He is charming, no?
No.
So it is Miss Joe Dumas, Jimmy, you silly boy. How are you, my dear?
Well, I was a little worried when no one was meeting me at the station, but fortunately I meet a taxi driver and he knows you all.
Oh, that'll be a friend of ours, Mr. Higginbottom.
I don't think he is a friend of Jimmy's.
Jimmy won't have any friends when the club find out about you.
Trust Jimmy to get things wrong. Hello there, I'm Susan.
Ah, Jimmy has written about you often. Oh, Jimmy, you tell fibs. Susan's face is not funny.
If you mean it's no laughing matter, I agree with you.
Well, here we are again.
Happy as can be.
Father, you're not going out as soon as our guest arrives.
Of course not.
Well, why are you wearing your Sunday suit?
Pat, my daughter will have a wee joke.
Well, after we've all finished laughing at the wee joke, where's Joe going to sleep?
Oh, yes. Susan, if you wouldn't mind...
Joe must have my room, of course. I'll take the spare bed in Jimmy's room.
Oh, but monsieur...
Not a word now, not a word. It's my pleasure.
Close the windows, quick,
What for?
before the pigs fly in. Well, it was very nice of you to let me come and sleep at your house, Alfie.
Yes, well, never mind the thanks. Just get into bed. I want to get to sleep.
Won't be a minute. No, if you hadn't said I could stay with you, I'd have had to sleep with me granddad. And I wouldn't have liked that. Oh, you should hear him. They named a pub after him.
What pub?
The Pig and Whistle. By the way, what was that you were saying about talking in your sleep?
Yeah, well, I do, you see. I talk in my sleep. But mind you, I didn't know till last week when my dad came in during the night and he heard me laughing at a joke I was telling myself while I was asleep. I don't know why I laughed, though, because I'd heard it before. Are you coming to bed?
Right, Alfie, move over. I've brushed my teeth and said my prayers so you can get off to sleep and start talking.
Yeah, now, look, don't be daft. We're not playing a game. I'll turn the lights off and we can both get to sleep.
No, don't turn the light off. If I can't see you when your eyes are closed, how will I know when you're talking in your sleep?
Well, because when I talk in my sleep, what I said doesn't make sense.
I still think we'd better keep the light on.
Look, this light's going off now. Good night.
Good night, Alfie. Hey, Alfie, why do you talk in your sleep?
I don't know. There's no reason at all. I suppose my brain's working while I'm asleep.
I see, and your brain's asleep while you're working?
Yes, no. I wish I'd never mentioned it. I only told you because I thought if you heard me talking in my sleep, you might get a shock.
Why? Do you use bad language?
Of course not. I talk in my sleep. I don't know why. I don't know to. I don't know what about. All I know is I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep.
Well, you'll never get to sleep with all that noise going on.
Jimmy, I brought Joe back in plenty of time for the wrestling and weightlifting club's meeting.
You would.
Everything is okay for us to go there, no?
No. I'm sorry, Joe, but we can't go. There's been an epidemic at the club.
Pardon?
He means epidemic.
What is this epidemic, Jimmy?
Measles.
Oh, I have had measles.
And chicken pox.
I have had chicken pox.
And one of the lads has got distemper.
Oh, there you are. Mr. Trimble left a message that he's calling round to pick up the French boy himself.
Oh, Mum, I nearly had them there.
This man, he is going to pick me up?
Call for you, I should say.
Oh, Susan, quick. Help me to choose my clothes.
Okay, come on.
I think I will wear my shorts with the frilly lace edges.
Mum, what can I do when Mr. Trimble comes?
Open the door.
And run like heck. Oh, heck.
Open the door, Jimmy.
But, Mum...
Go on, you have to face the music.
It'll be the Dead March. Look, Mum, will you keep Mr. Trimble talking while I go and see Joe?
Well, all right, but what good will that do?
There's just a chance I might turn Joe back into a boy.
All right, I'll leave it all to you, but it'll never work.
Jimmy, I look ridiculous wearing your grandfather's sweater and trousers.
So does he, but don't worry.
But why can't I wear my own sweater and my shorts with the frilly lace edges?
The lads wouldn't like it. I mean, everybody has to wear the same, and Mr. Trimble would look silly in frilly lace shorts.
Jimmy, I think you're having a joke with me.
No, the joke's on them, I hope.
Oh, now I see. It is a joke you play on the boys.
Yeah, that's it. You pretend to be a boy.
And when someone finds out I'm not, they get the prize.
Yeah.
What is the prize?
My head to use as a punch ball.
Well, I'm ready.
Just put your arm in the sling and remember, don't speak at the club. You've got a sore throat and a broken arm.
Okay, let's go.
Hope my mum's kept Trimble in the dark. Shouldn't have been difficult. Do you know, he couldn't tell.
Well, I trust your meeting will go well, Mr. Trimble. I must say I'd love to be there.
Oh, yes, I wish you could.
Mr. Trimble, Joe Dumas is here now. Could you come out?
Yes, of course. Well, bye-bye, Mrs. Clitheroe. Come along, Jimmy.
You go ahead. I want to have a word with me mum.
Oh, very well, yes.
Mum, I think it's going to work.
Oh, there you are, Monsieur Dumas.
How do you do?
How do you do, sir? Oh, you're not, sir. Oh, I mean, good heavens, you're a girl. Oh, my word, yes.
Oh, another one. You English are so quick. How did you know?
Well, I mean to say, one look at your... that is, oh, my word, yes.
But I have on grandfather's trousers and sweater.
Oh, yes, but grandfather never filled them like... Mr. Sinclair looks very different in them.
Well, now I can stop this stupid masquerade and take them off. You help me, please?
What, here?
Of course. Underneath, I am wearing my own sports clothes. First, the sweater.
Yes.
And now, the trousers. There. That is more chic. My own sweater and shorts with the frilly lace edges.
Oh, my word, no.
Oh, you do not like my clothes?
Oh, yes. No. That is, aren't you cold like that?
No, but you seem cold. You've gone pale. And you're perspiring, too.
Oh, well, I'm all right. I just feel a trifle faint. A little air, I think, will...
Something you eat, perhaps?
Yes, that's it. Yes, my lunch. Yes, 2 helpings I had of frilly lace shorts. Oh, dear. Oh, I am so sorry.
I know. I make you feel better. I will massage your neck for
please.
you.
No, I assure you, no.
Now, please to lean on me.
Lean on you.
I just rub your neck. Like so. Gently.
Oh, please.
Gently.
Please, please,
Yes. Do you still feel faint?
Yes, but it's worth it. It's much better. Thank you. That's quite enough. It's all right, yes.
Are we all set, Mr. Trimble? Don't you feel well?
Jimmy, it's a girl. That is, he is a she.
Oh, Jimmy knows. He was even quicker than you. Mr. Trimble was a little faint.
Yes.
You are not very fit for a wrestler.
He's not a wrestler.
Well, no, not really. I have wrestled, but not in the ring.
Oh, you naughty man. You are trying to pull my leg. Oh, you English, you pretend to be so reserved. But inside, you have a burning passion.
Oh, really? No. Oh.
Does she mean you've got indigestion?
Oh, you funny boy. You are both funny boys.
Oh, well, I'm hardly a boy. Although I do feel rather vigorous now.
Well, shall we go?
Do we have to go, Mr. Trimble?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Well, the lads are going to be very upset when Joe arrives instead of a man.
No, I'm certain you're not old enough to join our club. Yes. Oh, my word, yes. Yes, well, come along. Apprez-vous, James.
Oh, my word, we. Come on, let's get it over. Oh, man, you missed it. You should have been at the club.
Why? What happened?
Well, Jo walked in, took her coat off, and when the lads stopped whistling, she said she was mad on wrestling because her father taught her jiu-jitsu. Then she grabbed Mr. Trimble, did a head throw, hammerlock and fly mare, and pinned him in 25 seconds. Everybody shouted 3 cheers for Clitheroe, and Mr. Trimble fainted.
No wonder after being thrown about like that.
Oh, it wasn't a wrestling. He passed out when Jo kissed him on both cheeks.
Those involved with the Clitheroe Kid this week were Peter Sinclair's grandfather, Patricia Burker's mother, Danny Ross's Alfie Hall, Diana Dea's Susan, with Derek Guyler, Tony Melody, and Violetta. The recorded programme was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred Jimmy Clitheroe as the Kid himself.
That programme was recorded by the BBC.
We present Jimmy Clitheroe as the Clitheroe Kid with Peter Sinclair, Patricia Burke, Danny Ross and Diana Day in...
Back to the dressing room. I just want enough air in the football to make sure it's not leaking. You don't have to blow it right up. Now, come on, Alfie, get puffing. But don't let it out again. If you do, it'll blow your cap off. And there's a lot of woodpeckers about.
I'll thump you in a minute.
Save all your strength for your pumping. That's it, keep going. Oh, look, he's turning blue.
What, the football? Turning blue?
No, your face.
You shut up. Is that enough?
Now, hang on to the tube with the teeth while I tie it with string. Here we are. Hang on.
Oh, you're going to have me nose.
Alfie, it's rude to speak with your mouth full.
You're going to have me nose. Oh, you tied the string round me. Me nose. All right.
You twit, you've let all the air out.
You were strangling my nose with that string. I couldn't breathe.
It's no good making excuses. We'll have to start all over again. Right, blow it up. There's still plenty of water in the bowl. Let's find that puncture you made.
Yeah, right, though.
What a performance. All over a football. I think I'll take up tiddlywinks. Can you see the bubbles?
Yeah, here, all the bladder. No, it's dark here by the sink. I can't see it.
Well, bring the bowl over here under the light.
But Jimmy, we don't want to have an accident.
Don't argue. Bring the bowl over here.
All right, but I can't help feeling there'll be... Yeah, up!
What's all this water doing on my kitchen floor?
It's Alfie, Mum. He's had an accident.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Clitheroe. You bumped into me big ball. We were mending Jimmy's stomach. Bladder. Get a football.
Right, Mother, I'll start making the lunch. Oh, what's all this water doing in here?
It's all right, Susan. The Duke's coming for a game of water polo.
That'll do, Jimmy. Get out of here.
Oh, Mum, Alfie was carrying the bowl.
Oh, that's right. Go on, blame me.
Thanks, Alfie. You heard what he said, Mum. It's all his fault.
Now, look, come out of here this minute.
I'll clean this up, Mother, before I start making the lunch.
Shall I give you a hand, Susan?
Do that, Alfie. Your cooking can't be worse than hers.
Just shut up and come with me. I didn't know you were here. I thought you were at school this morning.
What? On a Saturday? I'm not balmy, you know.
I meant to see about being in the school concert.
Oh, that. I'm not being in it. They rehearse every Saturday afternoon, and next week it's the Rovers and the Arsenal Cup tie.
But you're always in the school concert.
Not this time, Mum. I've heard about it. Oh, what a show. 2 hours of fast-moving, non-stop rubbish.
You are not. Mr. Higginbottom told us Ozzy's in it, and he said it's going to be very good.
He said that? He must have been drunk. And his dad as well. Ozzy's in that choir they've got.
Oh, you mean singing the old English songs?
Yeah, that's right. It's called the Mad Riddle Group.
Yes, well, maybe it's just as well you're not in the concert. Who's running the show this time?
Our teacher, old Humyar Benson. And he's the compere as well. I can hear his opening speech. Welcome, parents, once again to our little Humyar show. This ideal opportunity for the children to display their Humyar artistic talents and let off steam Humyar. Well, I'll be letting off steam throwing orange peel at the referee.
Is your granddad taking you to the cup tie?
Yeah, of course, I told him about it this morning.
I never heard you.
Well, he was in bed at the time. I was reminding him it's an old ticket match and they're dishing them out at the ground this morning. I hope he's got them.
Oh, so that's where he is. He's late. It's nearly 12 o'clock.
Oh, he won't be back yet. He'll be in the Rose and Crown with the referee. Helping him to wet his whistle.
Well, hello there. I'm back.
Are you sober?
What was that?
Oh, nothing, Grandad. Hey, did you get them? Are they in the stands?
What are you on about?
The tickets for the cup tie next Saturday. You can't have forgotten. I told you to tie a knot in your sporran.
Look, I don't want any bother with you, my lad. I've had enough trouble at the Pensioners' Club.
Trouble? Why, what's the matter, Father?
Well, it's a long story. I've been locked in a room for 2 hours with a ladies' committee. I can't tell you about it now.
That's all right. We'll read about it in the Sunday papers.
Do. What's the matter, Father?
Well, the ladies are organising the tea party and social next Saturday, but Tommy Robertson's resigned, and I've got to run it. I'll be tied up all day.
Tied up? Those women aren't going to let you get away, are they? Now, about the cup tie tickets.
Look, I didn't go for any tickets.
Oh, but why not?
Because I can't go to the match. I'll be at the Pensioners' Club next Saturday, all day.
Well, that's nice. You don't think about me. While I'm sitting here at home instead of at the match, you'll be doing the shake with old Granny Parsons.
Now, don't be funny. I can't take you to the match.
All right, I'll go on my own.
Well, you'll have to get a ticket first. They might have all gone by now.
I'll get Alfie to run me down there on his bike.
Now, don't you go starting any more trouble in that kitchen. Susan's busy.
I'll be as nice as pie to her, Mum. I'll have to be. Or the old octopus won't let Alfie out of her clutches. Oh, Susan, may I have a quiet word with you? Ooh, ooh.
Hey, watch where you're going. You fell over me mop.
Well, get your hair cut. What are you doing down there?
I'm playing hide and seek with them mice. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm mopping up.
Well, don't let me stop you, Alfie. I just want a word with my beautiful sister.
If it's money you're after, I haven't any.
Oh, but Susan, your face is your fortune.
Is it really?
Yes, and I hope you don't leave it to me when you die.
Don't be rude.
It was a joke, wasn't it, Alfie? Alfie, you down there. Hey, Moggy, get laughing.
You get lost. Susan, I've dried this line up, but it could do with a good polishing.
Well, get the mice to run round it with carpet slippers on.
Shut up, you. What do you want?
Susan, your face is lovely. What have you put on it?
Some of that wax polish in a big tin.
Hey, he's going bonkers.
You'll have to get some polish, Susan. If you don't, this line will be ruined.
Well, I've searched everywhere, but there isn't any.
Well, shall I go out and get some?
Of course, Alfie. And I know the very shop where they sell it. Right next to the football ground.
Well, it's got to be good polish.
Oh, it's perfect, Alfie. When you finish polishing the lino, the mice will be able to see your face in it.
Will they?
Yeah, that'll stop them coming out of their holes. Come on, Alfie. Here's the ticket office.
Yeah, I know, but it's shut and there's no queue. I bet there's no tickets left for cup tie.
Oh, they're bound to have a few. All we've got to do is to ask nicely. Turn on the old charm. Slip 'em a 10-bob note if you've got one.
Oh, I've got... oh, no, you don't. You'll just have to make do with your charm.
Right, watch this, Alfie. Come on, let's be having you. Wake up in the back there.
Now, why all the noise, the din, the bother? What do you want?
Tin of wax polish, please. Yeah, no, I mean some tickets.
Tickets for the match, for the cup tie?
Yes, that's right, correct. Alfie, we've got one here. Right one, a twit.
Pardon, say again, what was that?
We found the right one, the right window. Hey, Are they cup-tie tickets on that table there?
They are, quite right, that's so.
Oh, can we have a couple, please?
All gone, none left. Good day.
Cheerio, goodbye.
Belto. Look, mister, you said those were cup tickets.
Ah, yes, I did, you're right. But those tickets are reserved, allocated, spoken for.
That's it, I'm off, ta-ra.
Come here. You're getting as daft as him.
Now, no cheek, be quiet. Those tickets are for officials and well-known guests, the VIPs.
Are them two coming to the match?
What two?
Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. They wouldn't come here to watch a football match.
No, more likely come to snog tonight. Go away.
Look, mister, if it's well-known guests you want, what about my friend here, Mr. Matthews?
I'm sorry, but Matthews.
I knew that'd make him sit up, eh, Stanley?
What? Oh, yes, I think.
Wait a minute, Stanley, Matthews.
Junior. Well, mister, what about it?
I have no tickets. Now go, vamoose, shove off.
Oh, but please, mister.
Oh dear, what now? Hello? Oh, it's you, Mr. Benson. Yes, it's all fixed. 20 seats for your young artist at the cup tie. I must say it's a nice idea rewarding them for their efforts like this. Most kind, well done, good show.
Alfie, he's talking to Your Pete.
Yes, leave your coach near the exit so you can get back to your rehearsals after the game. Not at all, very glad, cheerio.
Mister, was that Mr. Benson, the school teacher?
It was. He's treating the boys in his school concert to next week's cup tie with Arsenal.
Is he? Well, that's it then. After school on Monday, I must try it out on him, Alfie.
Try what then?
Well, as this bloke here would say, if he were our teacher, no, soft soap at the dope. Now, they said old Benson was in here.
Come in.
Please, sir, can I have a word with you?
Oh, sure, Clitheroe. Yeah.
Yes, sir, yeah. Hey, isn't this the room where you keep all the stuff for the concerts?
That is correct, yes. Yes. What do you want?
Well, sir, I was just thinking.
Keep it up, lad, before the novelty wears off.
Oh, you are clever, sir, the way you think of all those jokes. You're not just a pretty face and a big tash.
Watch it. Watch it.
No, sir, I was just thinking about all these things in here. I wonder what shows they were all used in. I mean, look at this. It's a donkey's nut.
Donkeys? Oh, yes, the ass's head, yes. Yes, we used that for the comic part in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
That's right. Spotty Barraclough wore that once in a play.
That is correct. Bottom.
No, on his head.
The part was bottom in the play. And if I recall, Barraclough was a very good bottom.
Oh, he must have been, because that's what Ozzy wrote on the blackboard.
Oh, what was that?
Barraclough's bottom takes some beating.
Someone else is going to suffer the same fate in a moment.
Well, now you've finished laughing. Can I be in the concert, please?
Why the sudden change of heart, Clitheroe?
Well, I've been thinking what I've been missing, all those people shouting and cheering.
When the Rovers scored a goal.
That's right, when the Rovers... It's not that, sir. I really want to be in your concert.
I see. Well, I'm afraid all the vacancies have been filled.
But I'll do anything, sir. School band, comedy sketch, choir, you name it. I'll scrape it, crack it, or warble it.
Well, as it happens, we might need someone to do a little turn, for a few minutes whilst the choir take their positions, yes. Well, if you can think of something, I might be prepared to consider it, yes.
Oh, leave it to me, sir. When I've finished with that audience, they'll be going to hospital with broken funny bones.
Well, I'm making no promises, mind. Here's the makeup. I'll just put it in your desk, yes. Now, don't hang about here, Clitheroe.
I'm going now, and thanks a lot, sir. Now, what could I do? Perhaps there's something in this old junk I could use. What's in this suitcase? Oh, it's a dummy. Like them fellas use who talk to themselves. Them ventilators, something like that. Come on, up on my knee. I say. Shall we do a turn together? Yes, Jim. Grid and gutter, a gutter gear. Keeter carker, keeter kicker, tickle ticker. Brilliant. When Terry Hall hears this, he'll pack in and send Lenny Lime back to the pet shop.
Mother, what's our Jimmy doing in his bedroom?
Why, what's the matter?
I can hear him mumbling and giggling. He sounds as if he's talking to himself.
Well, knowing him, I bet he's getting some very comical answers. You know him and his jokes.
Of course, that's it. He'll be practicing for the school concert.
But I thought he wasn't in the concert.
Well, he wasn't, until he found out that all the artists are being treated to the cup tie.
The little schemer. Has Mr. Benson accepted him, then?
All I know is he came home from school last night with a battered old suitcase, rushed upstairs and shouted, "Jim's in the concert, ma'am. That'll put the prices up."
Wonder what he's doing up there.
I'll answer the door, ma'am.
Right, love. Well, he's come downstairs. Perhaps he'll tell us all about it.
Hiya, folks. Allow me to present Charlie Woodenhead, the human dummy.
Yeah, hello, everybody.
No, you won't. You're not a human dummy. Oh, I don't know, though.
Oh, Mother, look what he's got. A ventriloquist's doll.
That's it, Charlie Woodenhead. Say hello to the folks, Woodenhead. Hello, folks. A recitation. Neri had a little lamb who had a funny mother. Her granddad was an old Manx cat, so she hadn't got a rudder. Thank you, Charlie. Take a bow and spin your head round.
Well, now I've seen everything. Her Jim a ventriloquist. Where did you get that doll from?
It was in the old junk room at school. And this book of jokes as well. Hey, listen. Tell me, Charlie, why do you say such daft things? 'Cause my head's made of wood. What's your excuse?
That's funny, that is. Do some more, Jimmy.
Tell me, Charlie, what did you have for dinner today? I had guy beef, grandad, and a bottle of beer. Did you say a bottle of beer? That's right, a gunny big bottle of beer. And what was it like, this bonny big bottle of beer? Gilkickle.
All right, Jimmy. You're never going to do that at the school concert, are you?
Well, I haven't seen Hum Your Pete yet, but I'll bet he'll like it.
What? When he hears that, he'll go out and get drunk. On several bottles of gear.
Wait a minute, Mr. Sinclair. I didn't think Jimmy was all that bad.
Oh, thank you, Alfie.
No, not at all, Jimmy. After all, Mr. Sinclair, when he was doing all that, I never saw his lips move once.
Who, Jimmy?
No, the dummy.
Oh, I'll see who it is, Mother.
If it's the television producer, tell him I want 50 quid for myself and a tin of woodworm killer for Charlie.
Oh, right.
Hey, Grandad, after the concert, I might go in for this in a big way. What's the chances of getting me a booking at the Old Age Pensioners Club?
About as much chance as I have of going to the moon.
Well, that's not impossible. If you heard they were giving free beer away up there, you'd find a way.
Now, don't you be cheeky.
It's Mr. Benson, Mother. I put him in the front room.
He's come to see what I'm going to do at the concert. He'll get a surprise when he sees the dummy.
When he hears your childish jokes, he'll give you another dummy to put in your mouth.
Ignore her, Mum. She's jealous because I've got talent. And all she's got is dandruff.
Will you shut up, Jimmy? Now come with me and your mother to see Mr. Benson.
All right, Grandad.
And just you behave yourself while we're in the front room. Oh, hello, Mr. Benson. Nice of you to call.
Good evening, Mr. Benson.
Ah, delighted to see you again, Mr. Clitheroe, and you, Mr. Sinclair. Yes.
If anybody's interested, I'm Hum Your Jim.
Jimmy.
Ah, so he is here, after all.
Who?
William the Chatterbox, me dummy. Yes, Oswald Higginbottom told me you'd taken it.
The big blabbermouth. I'll use him as a dummy. Sure to get a big laugh when I spin his head round.
Jimmy, you mean you've taken Mr. Benson's dummy?
I didn't know Mr. Benson had a dummy. I thought he sucked a pipe. I didn't know it was yours, Mr. Benson.
Of course it's mine, lad. I'm using it in the concert.
Oh, your heck.
You're doing a ventriloquist act, Mr. Benson.
Well, and I'm comparing the show with Willie, in addition to doing the conjuring, and of course I'm conducting the choir and producing the concert.
And if they can only get the tray over his head, he's selling the ice cream as well.
Well, apart from checking on the dummy, I called round to see Yard James here, see if he can fill a vacancy in the Madrigal group.
Oh, that's made my day.
Jimmy, it's very nice of Mr. Benson to find something for you to do.
But, ma'am, the Madrigal group, they're not with it. Instead of she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. All they give you is, who knew John, knew John, knew.
Don't be cheeky, Jimmy. It's very kind of Mr. Benson's to make the offer.
But, Grandad, the dummy...
Look, are you joining the choir?
Oh, no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Well, in that case, I'm wasting my time. I shall take my yard dummy. I was going to coach you personally in the song.
But honestly, Mr. Benson, I'm a smashing vent. I'm just Charlie. Brilliant. In fact, you're the gear.
Now, look, I've arranged everything. I've prepared all my jokes.
Never mind him, Mr. Benson. Look, Jimmy, Mr. Benson's obviously an expert at this. You've got no idea.
Aye, show him. That's how it's done, Mr. Benson. Maybe that'll shut him up.
Oh, well, if you'd like a little demonstration, I don't mind obliging.
Give Mr. Benson the doll, Jim.
Here's your dummy. Hope it chokes you.
Great, thank you. Well, now, just a few of my little yard jokes. Nothing marvellous.
Well, they're bound to be better than Jimmy's. Whoever wrote these wants his head seeing to.
Ready, Willie?
Yes. A useless education. Mary had a little lamb who had a funny mother. Her granddad was an old man's cat, so she hadn't got a rudder.
That was clever, wasn't it, Grandad? Come follow, follow, follow the merry, merry pipes of Pan. The merry, merry pipes, the merry, merry pipes.
Oh, wait. Oh, that is terrible.
I know there's something wrong with me pipes. I think they want lagging.
Now, look, boy. Let's go back to the scales again. Now, sing this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Do, re, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Wait a minute. Where's me?
I was here. Where's you?
Don't be funny, boy.
Well, I can't get it right, Mr. Benson. I get out of breath.
I've told you, lad, you must control your breathing. You're singing from your throat.
Where do you expect me to sing? Through me ears?
Now look, the sound must start down here, in your stomach.
Hey, that's rude.
And I won't warn you again, your Clitheroe. Now come along. Once again, the pipes of Pan.
Mr. Benson, who was this bloke Pan? Any relation to Captain Kettle?
He wasn't a bloke. He was a mythological god, half man, half goat, who danced through the woods, playing his pipes.
Oh, well, ask a silly question and you get a silly answer. Come, follow, the merry, merry pipes of Pan. The merry, merry pipes. Just a minute, ma'am. What's all this rubbish?
Mr. Benson left it for you to try on.
What is it?
It's the costume you've got to wear to the concert. White silk blouse with lace cuffs, blue satin shorts and buckle shoes.
You what? If the Black Hand Gang see me in that lot on the stage, I won't need to sing, come follow, follow, follow. They'll chase me all the way home.
Don't be silly. Look, you want to go to the cup tie, so you've got to be in the concert.
Up the Romans! Come on, get stuck in!
practising?
I am practising for the cup tie tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is it we all adore? The Robber! 2, 4, 6, 8. Who is it we love to hate? The referee!
Now shut up, save that for tomorrow. I promised your mother I'd make you practice your song, so get on with it.
I'm fed up with the pipes of pan.
Well, just sing the other one.
I can't remember how it begins. You start me off and I'll join in.
Oh, all right. Little boy kneels at the foot of the bed, rests on his little hand's little gold head. Hush, hush, whisper who dares.
Christopher Robin has fallen downstairs. Oh, heck, Mum. What time is it?
It's 11 minutes past 2, and the next time you ask me, it'll be 12 minutes past 2.
Well, I'm worried. Your Pete said he'd pick me up in his car at 2 o'clock.
Well, the match doesn't start till 3, Jimmy.
I know, but it's 4 miles to the football ground.
Well, it won't take you long to go 4 miles in a car.
No, but it'll take us a long time in Benson's old crock. What a scrap heap. I think he bought it off Steptoe.
Oh, get away.
I'm telling you, it's had one previous owner, Benner. The last time I was in it, Mr. Higginbottom shot past us 3 times.
In his taxi?
No, on his feet. And we were going downhill with the wind behind us.
Shut up.
Oh, that'll be him at last.
Oh, thank goodness. Come on, Alfie, we'll see them off.
Yeah, righto. Don't forget your rattle, Jimmy. Jammy. Don't forget your rattle, Jimmy, I mean.
If I do, I'll use Ozzy's head.
There you are, Clitheroe.
You're late. Where have you been? Never mind, let's go.
Jimmy, behave yourself.
Well, we're going to be late.
Now, don't panic. There's no hurry. We won't start the rehearsal till 3:30.
Don't be daft. The kick-off's at 3. What do you mean? Rehearsal?
Well, I called a special rehearsal for 3:30. That's why I'm late. I've had to phone and tell everyone.
Oh, but Mr. Benson, we're going to the match. The match.
I'm afraid you got the wrong tense. We were going to the match.
Never mind the blooming English lesson. I don't mind whether we were going or we was going as long as we is going.
But we isn't going. We aren't going. Haven't you heard?
Heard what, Mr. Benson?
Well, the cup tie has been postponed because of fog.
You don't call that fog. It's just a bit of mist.
Yes, but they're not going to play in your front garden. The football ground is shrouded in fog.
You what? You mean I've gone to all this trouble for nothing?
But Jimmy, it's only been postponed. They'll play it again, won't they, Mr. Benson?
That's right. Next Tuesday evening.
Oh, well, that's all right. Hey, but will you be able to get the tickets changed?
I won't need to. You seem to have forgotten that Tuesday is the night we're doing our concert.
Oh, blooming heck. Oh, well, you'll have to postpone the concert.
I shall do nothing of the kind. And you will be on that stage, singing.
All right, but I'm warning you. By the time I've finished, your pipes of Pam are going to need a plumber.
Those involved with the Clitheroe Kid this week were Peter Sinclair's grandfather, Patricia Burker's mother, Danny Ross's Alfie Hall, Diana Day, Susan, with Derek Guyler and Jack Watson. The recorded program was written by James Casey and Frank Roscoe, produced by James Casey, and starred, as usual, Jimmy Clitheroe as the kid himself.
Well, it didn't turn out so bad after all. Because on Tuesday night, the Rovers played a draw, so Grandad's promised to take me to the replay. And as for the concert, I needn't have worried. None of the gang recognised me. Well, I mean, who'd expect to see the Clitheroe Kid singing The Pipes of Pan in a white silk blouse and a beetle wig?